Imagine a project so ambitious, so technologically advanced that it defies our current understanding of what humanity is capable of. A venture whispered about in hushed tones, a secret kept guardedly by a select few. Because if the rumors are true, if this project truly exists, then everything we thought we knew about our place in the universe, about our future, is fundamentally wrong. What if I told you there's evidence suggesting humanity isn't just mining asteroids in the distant reaches of space, but that we've been doing it for far longer than recorded history, with technology that shouldn't exist? A revelation like this isn't just a discovery, it's an earthquake that shatters the very foundations of our established narrative. It forces us to confront a truth that is both exhilarating and terrifying, a truth that implies a hidden chapter to our cosmic journey, written by hands we may never fully comprehend. Now let's step back for a moment and consider the conventional understanding of asteroid mining. For decades, it's been a staple of science fiction, a futuristic vision of humanity extending its reach beyond Earth, driven by the promise of untold riches, rare metals, water ice, and precious minerals found in abundance on celestial wanderers. Companies are already forming, venture capitalists are pouring money into concepts, and engineers are sketching out designs for robotic probes that will one day harvest these resources. We envision massive space installations, automated factories, and fleets of transport ships bringing these cosmic treasures back to Earth, fueling a new industrial revolution. It's a tantalizing prospect, one that speaks to our innate drive for exploration and exploitation. Every roadmap for space colonization, every projection for long-term human survival beyond Earth, includes asteroid mining as a critical component. It's presented as the next logical step, a technological leap just beyond our current grasp, but undeniably within our future. This is the accepted narrative, the story we tell ourselves about the coming age of space industry. A story of ingenuity, perseverance, and the relentless march of technological progress. It's a story of future achievement. But what if this future has already happened? What if this cutting-edge endeavor isn't just a dream, but a forgotten reality? What if the timeline we've constructed for human civilization is incomplete, missing an entire epoch of advanced technological activity far beyond our current capabilities? This is where the narrative shifts from speculation to something far more unsettling. The first whispers began not in a classified government report, but in the obscure corners of the astronomical community, among those who sift through petabytes of raw telemetry data from deep space probes. These weren't grand discoveries of alien megastructures, but subtle anomalies, statistical irregularities in the spectral analysis of certain asteroid surfaces, trace elements in improbable concentrations, not easily explained by natural geological processes. On asteroid 3390, a small, unremarkable rock in the main belt, an unusually high concentration of osmium and iridium was detected, far exceeding cosmic background levels. At first, it was dismissed as a data error or perhaps a unique formation. But then similar patterns began to emerge on other seemingly random asteroids. These weren't isolated incidents. They were distributed in a way that defied pure chance, almost as if someone had been picking and choosing targets. Further investigation using advanced spectroscopic techniques revealed more than just mineral concentrations. There were structural abnormalities, not craters from impacts, but precise geometric depressions, almost like scars from industrial extraction. On asteroid 9904, images captured by a highly sensitive probe during a slingshot maneuver showed what appeared to be faint linear patterns beneath the regolith, too straight, too uniform to be natural striations. The data was so faint, so borderline, that most mainstream astrophysicists simply ignored it, attributing it to sensor noise or cosmic ray interference. But for a small, dedicated group of independent researchers, these anomalies built into a compelling, if deeply disturbing, hypothesis. They spoke of residues, faint energy signatures that hinted at propulsion systems or heavy machinery, long dormant yet still faintly detectable. Imagine a ghost in the machine, a lingering echo of colossal power expenditure. These weren't signals, not direct communications. They were like the faint heat left behind by a massive engine that shut down millennia ago, detectable only by the most sensitive instruments. The implication was staggering. Systematic deep space operations that predated modern human capabilities by hundreds, if not thousands of years. What could possibly explain this? An advanced, forgotten civilization on Earth? Or something far more alien, far more ancient, operating silently in the cosmic void, leaving behind its industrial waste for us to stumble upon like archaeological curiosities? Then came the leak. Not from a whistleblower, but from a forgotten data server in a defunct intelligence agency archive. Scrutiny of the Orion Protocol, a heavily redacted interagency memorandum from the late 1990s, revealed tantalizing references embedded within encrypted manifests. Phrases like non-terrestrial resource acquisition and precursor asset recovery appeared alongside coordinates that pointed not to Earthbound mines but to the Kuiper Belt, far beyond Pluto's orbit. These weren't theoretical discussions, they were operational documents. The most damning piece of evidence, however, was buried deep within a seemingly innocuous annex titled Project Chimera. It described the baffling discovery in the early 1970s of a massive artificial structure orbiting a dwarf planet designated P7X 9904 Alpha. Not a natural moon, not a cometary fragment. P7X 9904 Alpha was, according to the document's chillingly dry prose, a mining platform. And not just any mining platform, it was immense, a labyrinthine construct of unknown materials, estimated to be hundreds of miles across. The most perplexing aspect, its age. Radiometric dating, hinted at in the text, placed its construction not in centuries but in hundreds of thousands of years. The platform was designed for industrial-scale extraction, with colossal hollowed-out sections of P7X 9904 Alpha visible in low-resolution images embedded in the report. It was operating, or at least had been, with an energy source that defied classification. No visible solar panels, no discernible fusion reactors, nothing that aligned with known physics. The energy readings were described only as exotic matter antiparticle decay signatures, a process far beyond anything humanity could conceive, let alone harness, even today. The platform itself was pockmarked with craters, not from impacts, but from what appeared to be massive, precisely targeted plasma drills designed to carve into the primordial matter of the dwarf planet. There were even references to automated harvester drones, ancient, inert, yet perfectly preserved machines designed for automated collection, still scattered across the dwarf planet's surface like forgotten toys. The implications were immediate and earth-shattering. If this Orion Protocol was legitimate, and the P7X 9904 Alpha platform real, then an incredibly advanced civilization had been systematically mining resources in our solar system for an unimaginable span of time. Was it human? Was it alien? The document offered no answers, only a series of panicked recommendations for absolute secrecy and the swift containment of any further data leaks. So, what does this all mean? If these fragmented clues, these unsettling anomalies, and this heavily redacted protocol are to be believed, then our understanding of humanity's past, and indeed our place in the cosmos, is spectacularly incomplete. Are we the inheritors of a lost civilization that achieved interstellar industry before the dawn of recorded history? Or are we merely latecomers, observing the relics of an alien intelligence that once worked these asteroid fields for resources, long before our species stood upright? The truth, whatever it may be, rewrites everything. It presents a haunting vision of a universe far more complex and mysterious than we initially conceived. It asks us to question not just what lies ahead in our future, but what secrets are already buried in our past, waiting to be rediscovered. And perhaps more terrifyingly, what colossal intelligence might still be out there, silent and unseen, watching us stumble through the debris of its ancient industry. The asteroid mining that shouldn't exist, a phantom of forgotten technology, echoes in the darkness of space, a persistent reminder that we may never truly know the full story of our solar system or the beings who once shaped it.